Yo, what up? Hyro G Lift? I think that's hieroglyph. What up? People's in here already. What up, people who already in the chat? Happy Saturn's Day. What's up, everybody? Where is everybody? There you go. Canadian Kush, what up? Summer Breeze, cause I said so. What up? Scotty Saturn, Emmanuel Townsend, Arcanum Current, Courtney Dockery, what up? Canadian Kush, Antonio Bryant, Mrs. B, what up? Jen Will, True Knowledge, Main A, 24 Hours Insight, Ishmael Timbo, UV Inferno, Shinzira Anubis, what up, Corey? London Show, Empire Foundation, Carlton Coleman, what up, Carmen Lopez, Gerald Jokes, Nicole, what up? Roderick Roche, Mrs. Cherry, Britt Coulter, what's that? Trayvon McClinton, Bruce Lee, what up? What up? Richard Taylor, Sherrod Campbell, Rudy Ray Moore, Roger G, what up? Chuck Taylor, Dev Woods, that boy Tree, Smoke Splitter, that's what up. Erica Shepard, Desiree Craig, Ray Brown, Jessica Gibbs, and Dwayne Hicks, what up? And Gramercy Bull, what's poppin', y'all? What is cracking? I am the Nagalorian. You are all Nagalorians. We are all Nagalorians. What's up? All right, people. Really quick. So, man, really quick. I gotta get this off. So, the people who ordered the deal that I had going. So, I told you guys if you ordered the Great Book of Melanin Research, if you ordered, you had to order. See, this is the deal. Every time I do this, you guys don't ever come in on the time when I say to order. I said you had to order by Thursday, because I go to the post office on Friday. So why does orders come in yesterday? Thinking they're gonna get the deal. And then a lot of people, I understand some people say they didn't have the money in that week, so they just was able to get it yesterday. So I get that. But man, you gotta get in there when I do the deal. So look, but I still do have some boxes left over in the kitchen. So I will do this because the people ordered yesterday, I have to go to the mailbox on post office on Wednesday. So if you order today to Tuesday, because I'm going to the post office on Wednesday, because I got to get the people who ordered yesterday. So if you order today to Tuesday, I will still give you the same deal, and that deal was the 4 flashcards. If you order the hard copy, Great Book of Melanin Research, you get the Police Stop Law package, and I will throw in 4 decks of cards until the last batch of cards are out of the kitchen. So they're almost gone. But I still have some left, so I can still do that. I can still give you guys the 4-card deal if you order from today till Tuesday. That's it, because then I'll be out by then. So if you don't get in there by Tuesday, sorry, you miss out on the 4-card deal. I only do this every so often, so if you don't get it, you miss out. All right, and again, that's the whole Police Stop Law package. You get the books, you get the cards, and you get the 4 decks of flashcards. All right, and thank you everybody for hitting me up on the Patreon. On the Cash App this week. I'm getting Cash Apps this week from people. I appreciate you guys for hitting me up on the Cash App. And people who want to hit me up on the Cash App, that's Cash App Real Nagas 9, the number 9. And then also patreon.com/Real Nagas if you want to sign up to the status classes and learn how to contract. So I teach 2 forms of law: police stop law, status law. Status law is on the Patreon. That teaches you how to reclaim your status as an Aboriginal and contract with the corporate government. So if you want to learn how to contract with the corporate government without being obligated to the corporate government, get over to patreon.com/realnagas and sign up to one of the status class levels. And at the highest level, I give you the paperwork to free yourself when you're able to explain it. So that's how I get down. And then, sales reps and medical billers. People been hitting me up. We still need those people. So if you want to earn residual income, as well as for commission, because usually salespeople only get commission, but we're also giving you residual income off of things that you sell, which most people don't do. So make sure you hit us up at AmericanMedicalBilling1@gmail.com. That's again AmericanMedicalBilling1@gmail.com. So also, if you're a medical biller, we love to talk to you. But also, if you're a sales rep, and preferably if you have some medical sales, but you don't need that. Just if you have sales experience, make sure you hit us up. And you can get a good lucrative income coming in off of this. Very lucrative industry right here. So make sure you hit us up. And then get over to We Juice. Timmy Tight, I only got one juice today because Timmy Tight Top didn't show up with my juices. Timmy Tight Top, you slacking, man. You slacking, boy. I need my surprisingly sweet. But right here, go to wejuice.com. This is the strawberry lemonade. This is another one that's off the chain, though. That's the strawberry, apple, pear, and lemon. And he also has the anti-inflammatories, the turmeric, the ginger shots, all of those things. You're going to see why you need those today. We're going to talk about some stuff, why you need that anti-inflammatory stuff. But get over to wejuice.com. That's, again, OUIjuice.com. And the number is, the code is 5OFFJUICE. All right, 5OFFJUICE. All right, y'all. Really quick, I talked about Magnolia, Arkansas last week. And somebody hit me up and said they were in Magnolia, Arkansas. So I told you about the opportunity. If you guys don't understand what I was talking about last week, Magnolia, Arkansas. I'm putting y'all up on game. Don't ever say didn't put y'all up on game. This is for people who understand what I'm trying to tell you right now. So Magnolia, Arkansas, they just found they just found a bunch of, or a deposit of lithium, but 15% of the world's lithium is in Magnolia, Arkansas. I don't know if y'all understand what that means. 15% of the world's lithium is in Magnolia, Arkansas. So what does that mean? All your damn rechargeable batteries are made of lithium. Everything you got right now that recharges is made of a lithium battery. So what that means is Magnolia, Arkansas is going to be off the chain in the next 5 years. Exxon, and they're already building plants to go harvest the lithium. They just talked about this. They just came out with this about a month ago. July 21st is when this information came out. So not too many people know about it. So if you're in Magnolia, Arkansas, you need to hit me up for sure. I need a real estate agent really over there so we can see what that land is like. But if you're in Magnolia, Arkansas, I need somebody in Magnolia, Arkansas, preferably somebody who understands the real estate over there, because it is about to go down. And the opportunity is not just for buying land, because a lot of people are going to buy the land. And also, I'm sure they've scouted the lithium rights, but that's not why you want to do it. You want the side boom business. All of those people who are going to have to mine and work the lithium mines and all that type of stuff, or whatever, however they harvest it, those people are going to need a place to stay. Also, those people are going to need a place to eat. And all that type. So the business is going to boom crazy in Magnolia when they start harvesting the lithium in that town. So somebody from Magnolia, Arkansas, you better hit me up. All right, everybody, let's get into it. So we got to go back over the Maui fires, because it's a whole bunch of stuff going on with that. Make sure you take your shoes off before you enter the crib. I got to get to y'all early because y'all be sliding up in here with ADD, just looking around. Hey, what's going on in here? Hey, man, that's a beautiful painting, my nigga. Oh, my God, nigga, that chandelier is crazy, nigga. Oh, my shoes? Oh, shit. Yeah, nigga, the half of the goddamn show is gone. You fucking marveling over a chandelier in the house. Take your damn shoes off. That means hit the like button for people who are new to the channel. Appreciate the newer people. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. All right, so the Maui fires, whole lot of stuff is coming out. We talked about it being a land grab. And, you know, I talked about it being the death ray. Today they called the death ray direct energy weapon, or DEW, D-E-W. So that's what they call it today, right? But it's the death ray that Tesla created back in the day. That's no new science, the same shit that he did. So, whole bunch of abnormalities and a bunch of crazy stuff was going on, coming out. Talked a little bit about it last week, but we're gonna get into more of it this week, because there's way too much crazy stuff going on with the Maui fires for it to be coincidence or accident. No accident. So, what's some of the stuff? So, the warning system didn't go off. They have one of the best warning systems in the world. Maui does. Hawaii does all together. The Hawaii warning system, because they warn you about volcanoes and stuff, hurricanes, all that. Anything getting ready to come through there, they have the warning system. It's off the chain. Why didn't the warning system go off? Maybe because this wasn't a natural event. Just spitballing. But the warning system didn't go off. And so, also the crazy thing is that place in Maui, Lahaina in Maui, that was the capital of the kingdom, the Hawaiian kingdom. That city was the capital of the Hawaiian kingdom. So if y'all don't know, real quick, just a little quick history lesson on how Hawaii became a state, one of the, the last state. So they stole it. America straight up stole the shit. Well, it went like this. So basically there was like some sugar. They had some sugar, plantation sugar people over there at one point. This is when Hawaii was still a kingdom. They was the queen. She was the queen. She was the descendant of Kamehameha. So Kamehameha was the king of Hawaii, the kingdom. And so if you go to Washington D.C. in the Capitol building, they got a big ass statue of Kamehameha in the Capitol building. What they did some years ago when I went. And this big melanated, super melanated statue is chilling right there. Like, I was walking there, I was like, who is that? And he was in the back. They didn't actually have him in the front on the tour. He was in the back. And so I asked the tour guide, I said, who is that? In the back, behind the other statue. What was that? Oh, that's King Kamehameha, the king of Hawaii, and blah, 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 and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? The king of Hawaii is straight nigga. Melanated, black, dark as a church shoe. That statue is. Have you ever seen it? So, but his descendant, the queen, she was the queen of Hawaii at the time. So there was a lot of sugar plantationists on Hawaii, and so they did a takeover. So basically, what happened really was America got the sugar farmers to do a hostile takeover of Hawaii. So they went in there, they went in there and raided her palace and all that, and they got her at the desk and they put a gun to her head. And so what happened when they went and raided the capital, when they went and raided her palace and all that, American soldiers were backing up the plantationists. So basically, the plantation people were a proxy for the American government. So the American was like, well, we didn't do it directly, but you did initiate the shit. you were the instigator of it from the plantationists, from the people, the cane farmers, the sugar farmers. So they went in there, they put a gun to their heads, said, bitch, if you don't sign this goddamn paper right now, this paper is gonna be white, black, and red. And they told her, and she was like, "Give me a pen at, nigga. Goddamn, nigga. That's all you had to say. Goddamn, nigga. Nigga, why we got to be so hostile? Shit, put a pen at." So she was like, "Fuck that," and so she signed it away. She signed it away. How do we know that? How do we know that happened? Because in 1980, I think it was 1980 something, Congress apologized. They had a whole congressional session where Congress got up there and was like, "Sorry." Like, oh, nigga, that shit was kind of fucked up. We put that gun in your head. That might have been a little too much. You know, goddamn, nigga, we was wilding. We had a little much too much sugar wine. We made a little fermented sugar, so we made a little alcohol. So we was tripping that night. I'm sorry. We sorry. We fucked up. We stole Hawaii. You forgive us? That's really what they did. Yo, Conceptual Elixirs, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. That's really what they did. They was like, "Sorry. You forgive us? We're not going to give it back." That's really what they did. Like, yeah, we stole it. He says, "Tap the super chat to help your fans feel recognized." Oh, so they stole it and didn't give it back and said sorry, but no money. They didn't really pay out any reparations to Hawaii for stealing it. And if you go to Hawaii, you can see they got one of the biggest homeless populations over there. And it's the indigenous people, not the outsiders who come in and try to buy up all the shit over there. And then why is the goddamn Hawaiian government, the people who run Hawaii, all Caucasian? The governor is Caucasian. The police chief of that damn town, who was the same police chief in Vegas who got shot, where they shot up all them people from the hotel. That dude shot up them people from the hotel. Same goddamn police chief. This nigga be having bad. This nigga be. I don't know what the fuck is up with that nigga, but goddamn, messed up shit follows him. But why are all the people who run Hawaii Caucasian? They not the indigenous people. That makes no goddamn sense. But white supremacy is a myth. You are over there in an indigenous land that used to be a kingdom. A fucking kingdom. But the governor is Caucasian. Most of the mayors is Caucasian. And the police chief Caucasian. Okay. So then they said in the fire, the water faucets wouldn't work. The water didn't come on. The water just didn't come on. Like, no. Water not on. What the fuck is up? Then they said, then if you saw the pictures, you show all the buildings that was vaporized. So they starting some more videos coming out. More and more video keeps coming out, showing out, right? And so they're showing all this stuff. And then they show how everything is vaporized, but a tree that's right next to a vaporized building. I mean, when I say vaporized, it's not vaporized means it don't exist, but I mean it's damn near, it's an ash skeleton. If you blew on it, that motherfucker would fly away in the ash. That's what it is. And the tree is right next to the building, and the tree ain't burnt. How the fuck that happened? A tree is right next to a fucking burning building. All them trees that are still standing over there, unburned. How the fuck does that happen? This is some absolute. Then they do, the people who were there, some of the videos they showed, it's like the fire was over here and it crossed dirt road. It crossed a dirt road. How the fuck does fire travel over a dirt road? What they're trying to say now is hurricane winds came in and blew some embers over. But they showed the path of this thing. It went from the town, it hopped over the ground, the dirt road where there's nothing to burn and catch fire. So how the fuck did it do that? Then at the end of the dirt road was this long ass cement wall It jumped over that. What's on the other side of the cement wall? A fucking 4 or 5 lane freeway. It jumped that. And then went on the other side of the wall and burnt the other little shit that was on the edge of the beach. And boats. How the fuck it burned boats? How the fuck a fire in the town burned boats in the water? Vaporized them boats. All right. They full of shit. They are full of shit. Oh yeah, I'm about to talk about Oprah. Oprah and all the rest of them niggas. So then, why was the schools closed that day? The schools were just closed. And this is bullshit. Because most of those kids, most of those places that burnt up, a lot of them were children. Did you see the dogs on the street that were burned? Like the dog it looked like a, what's one of them stuffed dogs? What do you call that? The taxidermy dog. It was like, just on the, like it saw something and boom, a flash or something. It was stuck in animation. Like what the fuck is that? What the fuck does that? What does that? We know the direct energy weapon, but they ain't gonna tell it. They ain't gonna. So Hawaiian locals, they weren't even allowed to deliver food. Did you see all the people who were trying to deliver food? And FEMA and the Red Cross said that they're not registered. They're not reputable bureaus or organizations or some shit like that. They needed to be in reputable organizations or something to give food. What the fuck? These people are over there starving their asses off. They need blankets and all kind of shit and all kind of shit they need. And the local people are not allowed to help those people. And you trying to tell me some bullshit's not going on? Okay. This is absolute fuckery. The locals aren't allowed to help their people, their family members. Yo, 50-year journey. Thank you, brother. He said, reminds me of the movie Real Genius with Val Kilmer. Yup. And the kids creating a laser from the professor to sell to the military. That was a big giant laser. Yup. First of all, you old as shit if you remember Real Genius. With Val Kilmer. That was like his first movie. That was Val Kilmer's first movie. But Real Genius, yeah, they made a laser. He was a genius, kid genius, created a laser that could vaporize anybody from space. China just came out and said they have that same shit. That weapon that you saw in Real Genius, China just came out and says, we got that. We got that weapon. But America and everybody, a bunch of countries have direct energy weapons. So it's not just like America and China. And they all have the technology now. So they basically just vaporized a whole town. People were trying to leave and they turned them around and made them go back into the fire. The fucking police. I'd have ran that nigga over. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You better get the fuck out of here, nigga. The fire back there, it ain't this way, and you trying to tell me to go back this way? Nigga, you would have been a speed bump. Nigga, I'd have gooped you, nigga. You know when you in the car, you go over that speed bump kind of fast? Nigga, that would have been him. It'd have been how many other police officers was there? I'd have been rolling over all them niggas. But they sent him back into the fire. His name would have been Gugu. But that's messed up, man. So then Biden only offers the family $700. $700 per family. Not per person in the family. Per family. One time goddamn fucking payment of $700. What the fuck is $700 gonna do, fool? See, this nigga need to be slapped shit up. Somebody just slapped shit out there. Slapped the shit out of his old senile ass. He was chilling on the beach when the shit burnt down. Did y'all see him chilling on the beach on vacation when they came to talk to the nigga? I don't think that's Biden, though. Let me tell you, we already know. We done talked about it with the scanner head and all the rest of that shit. And the nigga had the, he had the plastic man, the Reed Richards plastic man neck that he stretched all the way out here and, and that shit. So I don't think that's Biden. Anybody ever seen a movie called Dave? Go look up a movie. It's a movie called Dave with what's his name? Chris Klein. So movie named Dave with the star dude named Chris Klein, right? And who was the other chick? Annette Bening. So in the movie, Chris Klein looked like the president. He was a dead ringer for the president. So the president, he was cheating on the first lady. No, Sigourney Weaver, not Annette Bening. Sigourney Weaver, she was the wife. So he was cheating on Sigourney Weaver with his secretary. This nigga had a heart attack and died while he was tapping. While he was tapping it, he had a heart attack and died. And so they went and got Chris Klein, who was just like a normal. He got people jobs. He worked at a temp job agency or something like that, and he got people jobs. So they went and found that nigga. Said, you want a real temp job? So they made that nigga the president. And he rolled around and he said what up, and they had to teach the nigga on the fly, and he didn't really know certain things, so he couldn't answer certain questions. He didn't go certain places because they didn't want that nigga representing, because you don't know anything about this, so we can't have you here. You just show up and wait. That's the same shit they doing with Biden. Telling you, the real Biden is gone. That nigga done checked out. Either mentally or absolutely physically. This nigga is gone though. First of all, that's a damn good movie too. Dave was a pretty good movie. But that's exactly his doppelganger. That's exactly what, but a president usually though has doubles. Actually, every head of every country has a double, at least 1 to 2. Because they gotta be, they don't want you beating in on the dude, so he can be at different places at one time, so you don't get a beat in on him and assassinate him. So, but that's not the real Biden, and that's why I don't think they really want him around a lot of, events and catastrophes and all that type of stuff. And then there's one Biden that shows in public who don't say nothing, and then there's another Biden who gets in front of the camera, who knows a little bit about the policies and stuff, who gets and he says what he says, but that motherfucker, I don't know. So that they may got a few Bidens. But he offered $700 to the people. And then he just gave Ukraine another $24 billion. So it was 40 he snuck in before, then now he's asking for another $24 billion. How in the hell are we just passing Ukraine money like this? And you have an American city who is absolutely, there's no country in Ukraine, there's no city in Ukraine that you can look at and it looks like that. None. Matter of fact, have you seen the videos of the people who are in Ukraine? They've been taking videos of people in Ukraine right now. Man, it was a beach in Odessa, Ukraine. That shit it should look like the 4th of July over here. It was women with titties hanging out and ass. I mean, it looked like they was partying their asses off on the beach over in Ukraine. Then another person went and showed how them at a pool party in Ukraine. They all chilling around, ass naked at the party and shit, drinking with their son. Ain't no war over there. ain't no war in fucking Ukraine. If you go look at the Ukraine and how they living, they are chilling. They are killing it. Beach parties, pool parties. While we send them niggas billions and billions of dollars, while the Maui people get $700. This is some bullshit. $700. So, back in January, just so y'all know, this came out in January of this year, they had a smart city conference in Hawaii, in Maui, to change everything over to electric and discuss how to turn the island into a 15-minute smart city or island. In January, they had this summit, this little meeting, whatever. Now, is it a coincidence that this town that they wanted to turn into a 15-minute smart city and put everything digital, basically turning everything into the big computer city, it just got wiped off the map? No, it's just coincidence, nigga. It's a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory. You're a conspiracy theorist. You're a conspiracy theory, man. Nigga, wait a minute. You got one dot. You got two dots. I just drew a line from one dot to two to the second dot. That's all I did. I just connected some dots. That's a conspiracy. It's not a dot. It's an ink blot. It's not really a dot. So that's the plan. That was the plan all along. Then in September, to next month, in a couple weeks, they're holding a summit on how to utilize AI to govern the island. So how to basically, now this, they're trying to flip the whole thing. Now last week I said that Hawaiian Islands is some of the hardest property to get in the world because of the, the indigenous rights and all that type of stuff and their connection to the land and how far that goes back. You ain't really going, that stuff in there is in their families. But then Oprah just bought 1,000 acres, 870 acres. She already had some. So, but now her total is like over 1,000 acres. Whose places didn't get burned down? Let's see, whose places didn't get burned down? Oprah, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Lady Gaga, Morgan Freeman, Will Smith. All their places are still up. Untouched. Not one ember. They act like this is an anomaly or something. Hawaii deals with volcanoes every goddamn week. Almost. And it's never burned down a city with all the wind and the storms and weather and all that. It's never done that. But all of a sudden, then they came and blamed it on climate change. Well, we're about to get into in a minute. But right now, all the billionaires were calling the real estate agents to get at the people to buy the land. They're already trying to get at the indigenous people to buy the land because they know, oh, you probably ain't gonna have the money to rebuild. So let me come and take that off your hand for you. Let me give you about 15, 20, maybe 30. I'm gonna give you 30 for your little land. You go, you can relocate, get your shit back. They told you it was straight land fucking grab. Straight goddamn land grab. But then they came in again, they said it was climate change. That's what the governor tried to come in and say, oh, it's climate change. And all the other people, climate change, we gotta be more serious about climate change. They're trying to turn climate change into a religion. And then take over the world with it. The climate change world order. It's all with the Pandeezy world order and the alphabet soup rainbow world order. All of those things go in the same goddamn little gumbo pot. They stirring that shit up. So again, this is a land grab, or this is part of that to usher in that one world order. Shout goes out to all the people in Hawaii and Lahaina, because there's more fires. There's one in Spain. There's one going on in Spain where they had to evacuate 3,000 people. There's one in Greece. Then we know about the ones in Canada. There's one in Texas. These are all land grabs. They're all trying to take these places, burn them down, and set up these new goddamn cities. Because they know we're not gonna just do it, consciously. They know there's too much information about it, too much pushback. So they know we're not going to just go into this shit. So they just, boom, they are just doing mass wipeouts. But we're in a different time. That stuff ain't going to work. That karma's going to come back on them real quick. They're on an old playbook. The stuff that they used to do before we moved into this new cycle, this new air age, before the great conjunction that's happened. I mean, we're in a new time, new energy where you can't do the same shit. That includes you. That includes all of y'all. If you're doing the same shit that you were doing before 2020 to try to move ahead, we're in a different place. We're in a different place even since the goddamn, the frequency of the earth elevated about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. So if we're in a new era, we're in a new energy, that means you got to do some new shit. And they are doing an old playbook where they just wipe people out, don't say nothing, you know, try to do shit underhanded, try to hide it. No, you can't hide it nowadays. We're in a whole different time. They can't hide anything. Everything, as soon as they do it, boom, it's on social media. We know the universe is not gonna work for them. I mean, the universe is not gonna make their plan work for them. So again, shout out to the people in Hawaii, because it's absolute bullshit what they're doing over there. This nigga, then the governor, real quick though, the governor came in. This is why this shows you how this is a land grab. The governor came in and he said, instead of the out-of-town vultures coming in and buying up the land, we don't want them, no. No, we don't want the out-of-town vultures. Like, nigga, you don't look like nobody indigenous, nigga. Mr. Caucasian man, looking like goddamn Doogie Howser when he grew up. What's that nigga name? Neil Patrick Harris. Nigga, you look like old ass Neil Patrick Harris. So he says, no, we don't want the out-of-towners to buy up the land. He said, let the state buy the land. This is what he wants. He wants the state to come in and buy up the land. Like, that's going to save it. Because you're not going to do any deals with BlackRock and Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase and Vanguard and all the rest of these niggas. No, you ain't going to do no deals with them once you get it. State of Hawaii. So he full of shit. Because once he gets the land, then he can now start giving land. He can start doing land patents and all kind of shit. Once the state owns the land. So he is with the bullshit. Everybody sees it. And Caucasian man over there in indigenous land talking about let us get the land. All right, dude. So moving along. There was a cattle group. There's a bunch of people who own a bunch of cattle farms. They called for a task force to consider mRNA in food animals. So we talked about how we're doing it already. They were putting in, you know, what's that dude? Tony Rentz was the lawyer who uncovered how they were doing it without trying to tell you. But now they just came up and they said, all right, we're going to put together a task force to consider mRNA in food animals. What does that mean? That means all of them. Chickens, pigs, cows, muskrats, deer, for all you evil people who eat deer, eating Bambis. Y'all evil. If you eat Bambi, you evil. You evil. But they can put it in everything. They can put it in everything that comes from a farm. They want to put mRNA in it. So they just called the task force to find out how viable it is to do this, which means they're going to be running with that. They just gonna be rolling with it. Don't nobody call together a task force and be like, you know what, guys? I just don't see it. Let's just, let's just hold off. I don't want to make money right now. I just don't want to do it. I'm not in the mood to make money. Like, who the fuck does? They ain't never doing that. So they call together a task force. That means they're trying to figure out how to do it and get it under your nose, or try to do it without you complaining about it. That's what that means. How the fuck do we do this shit without these bitch ass niggas crying? Huh? Anybody? Anybody? Anyone? 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 So that's what the task force is about. How to get it under your nose. Because then newly released documents from the P.F. Heiser Bakery. We talked about this before, because you know I got the P.F. Heiser report over there, that if you order the crack-scene, the cupcakes, if you order the cards, the crack-scene exemption cards, you get the P.F. Heiser Bakery report. But that came out months ago. A new report, because you know they have to release, the judge told them they had to release 10,000 pages a month. So in the newly released documents, Pfizer showed that the cupcake, excuse me, that the cupcake, you can get the cupcake by contact. Now we talked about this before, because other doctors and, you know, alternative people who have been studying it, they've been coming out with that. They've been bringing it out. But now, this is in P.F. Heiser's own report. In their own damn report, they said, yeah, you can get it. God damn it, yeah, nigga, you can get it. Because in the report, they showed a man gave it to his wife. And then I think she passed it on to the baby, while she was pregnant. And she passed it on to her baby as she was pregnant. So what they said is, yep. Now this is in the report. They came out and just fuck it. They was gonna tell everybody. Say, so you can get it from, what did they say? You can get it from kissing, foreplay, petting. What the fuck is petting? They just give me my nice little sweet. How you pet your girl? How you pet your girl? Come here, girl. You so nice. But again, you can get it from petting, and a couple other things they listed on there. Holy shit. So if you've been around somebody who got the goddamn cupcake, goddamn. You've been around somebody who got the cupcake. I'm gonna give you some good news in a second, but you know, you can't cleanse from it, but damn. And they said stay with you too. Stay in there for a while. So some of the doctors were suggesting that if you are with somebody who cupcake, you know, they said take off at least about 3 weeks to a month before you really even kind of have contact like that. They really suggest more, but they were like, we know you can't, if you have a wife or a husband, you can't totally be like, back the fuck up. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to touch you, nigga. I told you not to go get the goddamn jab. You didn't listen, so now you don't get no more pussy. That's what wait a minute. Well, all right then. And then the same thing on the other side. I told your ass not to go get that shit. Hey, see, no, you don't get no more smashing, girl. No more smashing for you. Until, what they say, what the doctor say? All right, let me know when 4.5 weeks is up, and then I'll dip back in. I'll dip back in the waters in 4.5 weeks. So, but that don't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Unless you're cleansing, you gotta cleanse. You gotta cleanse. Now I talked about it. I'll talk about this doctor in a minute. But the reason you gotta cleanse because they got so much shit in here. They're putting this shit in the mosquitoes. So the EPA, they just authorized the release of 2 billion more mosquitoes, GMO mosquitoes from Kill Bill. So they already released a bunch. I think it was April of last year. The EPA said, "Oh, did anybody die? Did anybody's eyes fall out? Did anybody's spleen fall out their ass? No, we didn't have nothing that crazy. Okay, well go ahead, you can do some more." So since your your asshole didn't just fall straight out on the ground, they was like, okay, well it must work. And so they're going to release 2 billion, 2 with a B, 2 billion more mosquitoes, GMO mosquitoes. And those mosquitoes carry vaccine because they showed a dude who got vaccinated by mosquitoes. They showed it. This nigga had it. They put his arm. This nigga was in the vaccine plate or wherever he was. He put his arm in the little, it was some little thing that covered his arm, and it was filled with mosquitoes who had been genetically modified to have the mRNA. This nigga put his arm in there and got bit up, and boom, he was vaccinated. This nigga was vaccinated by the mosquitoes. So they want your ass. So anybody who's into health, we knew a lot of this, what I'm about to tell you right now already, about the problems that it causes in the body. So Dr. Christina Parks, little cute, fine, light-skinned girl with the glasses and the curly hair, who came out and she been smashing on the cupcakes ever since the beginning. She been doing the Senate hearings and stuff like that. I know you've seen her. Little cute. I see you, girl. But Dr. Christina Parks, she broke down how to get rid of it. She was like, it's basically, it's inflammation. The mRNA, the spikes cause massive inflammation. She's like, basically what's happening is your body's making the protein while your immune system is trying to kill it at the same time. Your body's fighting against itself over and over, just boom, 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 it's fighting against itself. So, which causes massive inflammation, which then leads to all these other things, right? So anybody knows inflammation causes most diseases in the body. That's when, if you want to break it down, and it goes acidic, alkaline, right? So inflammation and all that is when your body is super acidic. That's super, excuse me. You've been eating bullshit, meat, sugar, all that type of stuff, creates a highly acidic body, which is inflamed. So she was breaking down anti-inflammatories are the way to go. Fasting, she broke down fasting really kills it. She's like, if you really want to knock it out, do some fasting. And if you do fasting, I say do a juice cleanse. Fast, but drink juices. Like Timmy Tight Top weed juice. Go to weed juice, do some fasting, get the green juices, you clean yourself out. If not, you can make your own juice. But fasting with the juices, or something like that, she was talking about natural fats because it's a lipid, nanolipid or something like that, but lipid nanoparticle or something like that. So she was basing that good fats actually neutralize it, right? So she was like, omega-3s, salmon, make sure you eating a lot of good salmon. She said eggs, turmeric, because turmeric's an anti-inflammatory, but she was saying eggs because eggs have, there's a certain thing in eggs that actually counteract the protein, which is why you want to eat that. Vitamin D and zinc, we know about that. So these are all different things that you can take that'll kick it out of your system. So we knew about cleansing and stuff like that before. So the main thing she said, though, that really kills it is fasting. What do you know? Fasting, it allows your body to flush all this stuff from your system. But I would also say add the anti-inflammatory stuff, because she did mention turmeric. She said turmeric is a major one that helps to kill it. So you can call Timmy Tight Top, he got the turmeric shots. If you don't know how to get your own turmeric, Timmy Tight Top got the turmeric shots. So that's what's going on with the new, and again, they got the new variant, the EG.5 that they're trying to scare everybody with. They said it's a variant of Omicron, and so they're trying to go around the cities. They're telling all the health services in the cities, don't take down your protocols, your Boogie V, your COVID-19 protocols just yet, because we have this new variant that just entered the scene, and it's an Omicron variant. And allegedly, because YouTube just reinstated the guidelines against the cupcake. They basically they relaxed them. I was still talking in code because I don't trust BitchTube, but they had relaxed their guidelines on talking about the cupcake. Now, just 2 days ago, they said you can't talk about the cupcake no more. Why? Because an election season is coming up. There's the first Republican debate is next week. right? So they don't want you talking about anything. They don't want you talking. They want no misinformation, right? So now they said you can't talk about the cupcake no more. But that's what they're that's basically what they're doing with the cupcakes. They're trying to that EG.5 is they're trying to run the world with that. Don't take down. Don't wait a minute. No. We're not normal yet. We're not normal. No, don't. You can't go back to your regular lives. Fear. Be scared. Like, nigga, if you don't get your bitch ass out of here with that Omicron, nigga, we don't care. We don't give a shit if people just start dropping dead in the street no more. We don't give a fuck. Nigga, Omicron your ass off in the corner and die, nigga. Omicron die off in the corner right over there. I don't care, nigga. EG.5 your ass on down the street. Because I don't give a fuck. This ain't doing nothing. It's not popping over here. So just be careful and watch out for that. And boom, get your cupcake exemption cards. KnowYourRightsFoundation.org if you want any of the police stop products individually. Go to KnowYourRightsFoundation.org. You can get those. Anything except the Volume 2 flashcards. We don't have those posted on the website yet. You can only get these from realnoggets.com. Or if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, I give you all 4 of these. Only up till Tuesday. Today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, because I'm going to the post office on Wednesday. I don't want to hear no crap. I didn't have the money. I don't care. You better figure it out after Tuesday. No, you don't get the deal. So moving along, Biden, in his latest speech, one of the Bidens, whoever it was, the fake Biden, one of the fake Bidens, or they call a nigga O Biden because it's really Obama who's running this nigga behind the scenes. So they call the nigga O Biden. So O Biden, in his new speech, he just called for a new world order. Now, this is not new. They've done this before. Daddy Bush did it. Baby Bush did it. Obama did it. I don't think Trump actually didn't. Trump's never done it. He never called for a new war. He's the only nigga in like the last 20, 30 years, one of the presidents who actually never called for a new world order. But skip him, and now you got Biden. Boom, he's in there again calling for a new world order. So he basically said we're coming out of, or we're in the liberal world order, which I don't know what that is, but we're in the liberal world order, and now we're moving into a new world order. So, as Daddy Bush said, we need a new world order. That's how Daddy Bush used to say. We need a new world order. But now Biden is calling for it because that's the plan. Again, it's the Pandisi Rainbow climate change world order. the trifecta. Those 3 things are how they're pushing the world order, the new one world order in here. Because then Klaus Schwab, this nigga, I don't know if you heard what this nigga just said. Future elections will be decided by technology and not people. Roger Groves, thank you, brother. He said, I fast for 18 hours a day. That's all you do, intermittent fasting. That's what's up. It destroys inflammation. Yep. Gives your body time to calm the system. So intermittent fasting, or just do one big cleanse and just don't eat meat and sugar and all the rest of that, and drink a lot of juice. That'll turn your body more alkaline. Who was that? Samuel Harris. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. So, you can do those cleanses, anything that takes down inflammation in the body. That's what she was breaking down. So, he said the future elections will be decided by technology. He said that the technology is already going to know how you want to vote. This nigga said the technology is already going to know how you want to vote. So, nigga, you ain't even got to get out of bed, nigga. Fuck, nigga, what you, nigga, why you going down to the voting office? Nigga, AI got this shit, nigga. Hey, you wanted, what's her name, right? Oh, yeah, I got, nigga, I knew 3 weeks ago, nigga. Like, the AI knows what you, nigga, that is absolutely ridiculous. The AI is predicting who I want. Because the AI knows me better than I know myself. If this ain't some crazy ass shit, he gets up here, and you know, when he said that, he was talking to Sergey Brin, the founder of Google, when he said that shit. And then he reached, because he's talking and he's saying crazy shit that you should be questioning, right? And nobody questioned him. So he asked Sergey Brin, he goes, he says, you know, the elections will be decided by the future, the electronics, because they will know what you want before you want it, and all that, right? And he said, do you agree, right? Do you agree? and Sergey Brin was like, yeah. He didn't really say yeah, but he couldn't go against this nigga for some reason. I don't know why. You richer than Klaus Schwab, not more power, but he richer than him. So he goes, yeah, I agree. He didn't want to say, yeah, I agree, but it's yes, and we're going to the zoo, and we're going to go to the... This nigga talk like a goddamn fucking Nazi. This nigga is crazy, the Nazi Fuhrer, and nobody calling that shit out. Yo, One Immaculate, thank you, brother. It says, did you see Larry Elder on The Breakfast Club? Yep, I saw it. That dumbass chick on The Breakfast Club that they have on there, she the dumbest bitch of all time. And they be trying to pump her up. Oh, you don't like talking to black women, huh? Because black women, nigga, no, she a dumbass bitch. Sorry. That woman is dumb as shit. She is stupid. And because, what, you think black women, because she thinks she's smart because she can overtalk you and loud talk you? You think that's intelligence? Because she won't let anybody answer a question? Now, Larry Elder is a punk ass bitch. Let me tell you that right now. I'm from Los Angeles. Larry Elder been here since I've known Larry Elder since I can't even remember. Larry Elder is a punk ass bitch and a coon. However, he was hitting Charlemagne with some good points about, nigga, you gonna talk this crazy shit about me and my black moment, but nigga, Biden came up here and said you ain't black if you don't vote for me, and you let him get away with that bullshit. So how you gonna tell me what my black moment was when that wasn't a black moment for you? That wasn't your nigga moment? That's what he called it, not a black moment. He said your nigga moment. So, yeah, I saw that shit. And Larry Elder, he should have got out of her way. I would have killed her ass. Like, you think because you loud talk people that you smart? You have no facts whatsoever. But I ain't talking about, so let me get back. So, again, so the getting back to the Klaus Schwab, he said that election is going to be decided by the technology that they got coming out, basically AI. Because then his daughter, because you know Klaus Schwab got a daughter and a son. Those are the two really people who do all of his work. All he does is will go around talking. This nigga old as shit. He can't do much no more. Nigga 85 years old. He ain't got much left in his ass. Well, he is Aries, so maybe. But this is son and his daughter who's really doing all the crazy shit. Because his daughter just said, she said permanent lockdown, climate lockdowns. Because I told you they're doing the climate pandeezy rainbow world order. So here's the climate. She said there's going to be permanent climate lockdowns are coming whether you like it or not. Klaus Schwab's daughter. Permanent climate lockdowns are coming whether you like it or not. Okay. She crazy. I love how they think that at the end of the day, you really have control over people. You don't. It's the illusion of control. Because if motherfucker just said fuck it and just went nuts and came out, what you gonna do? If we all just said, we not going for this, and came out the house, what you gonna do? Nothing. But they know it's so many people who are brainwashed that all they got to do is put this bullshit on TV and tell you that you about to die every 2 seconds, and you'll stay your ass in the house. So, climate lockdowns are coming, y'all, according to Klaus Schwab's daughter. Then, like I said, Sergey Brin, he just sat up there and ate that shit. But Google, who was, like I said, Sergey Brin is the owner of Google, and he's the protege of Klaus Schwab. They just announced a ban on all independent media outlets from appearing in their search results. So basically, how when they report on something from the government, when they report on something from them, they want you to only get your information from them, because now you have all these other alternative media like Real World News and Rebel News and Epoch News, and you know, you got all the right-wing cats who they call MAGA and QAnon. So what they did is they basically gonna not put those in the searching, or basically shadow ban alternative media. And they said they're gonna do it with something called so they're partnering with the UN and the WHO to combat misinformation. This is what they said. And then first of all, they got a sister who was announcing this. This sister was doing the whole presentation of this whole program that they got ready to take away your goddamn constitutional rights to suppress your speech. But she said that it's going to combat information, and it's called Google Fact Check Explorer. So whenever you search Google some shit that's supposed to be misinformation, it's going to direct you to Google Fact Check Explorer. their little hub of misinformation. They're gonna say their hub of correct information, where you can find all the facts and check your facts. But it's really their hub of misinformation. That's where they're gonna bullshit you. So that's coming. You can't use Google no more. If I was y'all, I would use you should be using this already, but I use Brave. If you got, especially on your phone. Can y'all see? Let me see if I can show y'all. Oops. So this is Brave right there with the lion. Let me see if y'all can see that. With the lion right there. So get that one. That also blocks pop-up ads and shit like that. That's a good ass browser. So since Google wants to not let you find out information, real information, they want to fact check every goddamn thing. So use Brave, or if you know another one, put it in the chat for the people. So moving along, back to the UN. So a United Nations report is declaring that the LGBT rights supersede religious rights. This is what they just said. Alphabet soup rights supersede, not equal to, up here. Like religion, LGBT. Religion, alphabet rainbow, Mafia. They said they supersede religious rights. Yo, Broderick Enoch, thank you for the Cash App, brother. I appreciate you. Everybody hit the Cash App and the Super Chats. LGBT, so again, we talked about, they trying to turn, again, religion is gone. Traditional religions, you still got them people in it, but even the people who are in it, it's still not the same thing. They're kind of in it. They got one toe in it and for Sunday, and then the rest of their body is over here. They're not really in it. So actually, and then if you took a poll, actually more people right now, they said like 50-something% of people aren't religious when they took the poll. So you need another religion to replace the old one. I mean, when they pull something from you that's a giant focus of your being, that's a giant part of your identity, which religion is for a lot of people, then they have to replace the religion with something. What are they going to replace it with? LGBT mafia rights. Not pandemic, but climate change. Climate change religion. So those two things are actually becoming religions. Climate change and alphabet soup. Because then the report is called Freedom of Religion or Belief and Freedom from Violence and Discrimination Based on Sexual Orientation or Gender Identity. That's what the report is called from the United Nations. Again, the report is called Freedom of Religion or Belief and Freedom from Violence and Discrimination Based on Sexual Orientation and Gender Identity. Now, this is bullshit because nobody's getting really sexually discriminated against or beat on because your ass is gay. That's not happening no more. Nigga, this ain't the 80s. That shit might have happened in the 80s. That shit ain't happening now. Unless the trans person, the transformer, the Decepticon, being a Decepticon, deceiving somebody, they go in there and they get into some shit with a dude and they don't tell that person that they are Decepticon, then that's when they get their ass beat. Other than that, nobody fucking with you niggas. We just say, don't fuck with us. Ain't nobody over there messing with your shit. Just don't bring that over here. So, freedom of religion and belief. Freedom of religion and belief, right? So, anything can be a religion. So, that's why it says freedom of religion and belief. Because you can believe in anything. Again, LGBT mafia. Or climate. In America, you can create a church out of anything. That's an absolute fact. You can create a church out of anything. I hate John Oliver, but one of the best shows he ever did was showing that you can create a church out of anything. Go look up that John Oliver episode where he created a church on air. Shit was crazy. He created a church just out of nowhere. Out of his studio. Basically, because the guidelines on what you need to create a church is so damn vague. Anything can be a church. You can create the Church of Twizzlers. The the Twizzlers, what is it? The licorice. If I got only two people, if we believed that licorice was spiritual, and we got together at a certain time to discuss how spiritual licorice was, and then we paid homage to licorice, that's a religion, according to America, to the IRS. You can create a non-profit off of that, according to the IRS. They're just crazy. You can create the Church of Twizzlers. I can create the Church of Muay Thai boxing if I wanted to. If I believe that boxing is spiritual, which it is, if you really get into it. But, so, they know religion can be anything. So, the freedom from violence and discrimination based on sexual orientation, that's the little thing they throw in there to try to make you think that they're getting beat on because of their beliefs. And they're not. That's not fucking happening. But they're going to use that as a catalyst to try to say that hate speech or speech against them is hate speech. So look, it says the report of, and this is the other title on it, report of the independent expert on protection against violence and discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. So again, report of the independent expert. So they had an independent dude come in and evaluate all of this and give a report on it to the UN, right? Based on a report on the violence and discrimination based on sexual orientation and identity. So he's probably alphabet soup, right? He's probably gay. So they said hate speech is considered violence. Hate speech is considered violence. And then what is hate speech? If I misgender you, That's called hate speech. And then that in turn is turned into violence. It's categorized as violence. These motherfuckers is crazy. Because then they want to implement, you know, repercussions from that. So basically in the report that, if you go and read it, it was about like, this is a long ass report, but they basically, and I talked about this before in another report, they talked about how they wanted to decriminalize, they wanted to decriminalize sex between adults and minors, where they said that the minor's consciousness should be brought into question, the consent of the minor. They said, I talked about this. I don't know if y'all remember me talking about this. This is about maybe 3 months ago. I talked about that UN report, maybe 3-4 months ago. Talked about that UN report where they wanted to legalize, or they wanted to decriminalize that relationship. So now you have this. This is what all this shit is for, because they want to again, remember the T and the plus in the LGBTQ plus. The plus is the pedophile people. That's the MAPS, the minor attracted people, or whatever the hell that is. So they just slide on in there with the other laws. Excuse me, let me get on. Yeah. Let me squeeze on in there, my nigga. Real quick. They squeezing on in there under these motherfuckers on the back end of these laws. So, fuck the UN. I'll tell you that right now. The UN is full of shit. They're trying to legalize pedophilia. And it's really pederast. Because pedophilia and pederast are two different things. Pederast is the violent and is the negative shit. They say pedophilia is more like what Michael Jackson had. He just liked kids. He just loved kids without the sexual shit. That's what pedophilia is supposed to be. So philo means love, pedo, child. So that just supposed to means you just love kids. The pederast is when you try to do something to the kid. So just get the definition. One universe soul, appreciate you. Just make sure y'all taking your shoes off. You goddamn right. There's 577 people. Man, there's 200 people in here with your goddamn shoes on. Hit the goddamn like button. Y'all so with the bullshit. Damn, fuck it. God dang it, hit the damn like button. So, keeping it going in the rainbow news. So a leading womb transplant expert says it's medically possible to transgender women to have natural pregnancies. And they hope to offer the procedure to trans couples in years. Huh? Wait a minute. Wait. Womb transplant to the Decepticons. They said they hope to have the procedure ready for Transformers in a couple years. Now, how they plan to do that? Well, right now they've already done 18 uterus transplants, right? So they've transplanted uteruses into women who have had something happen to their uterus, or they had hysterectomies, right? So they have that technology or these surgeries right now, but it's only women. They're only able to do that from woman to woman. Natural born woman, biologically born woman, to biologically born woman. They saying that because now they can transition men into women, kinda, not really, but in their mind they can. that now they can perform the surgery on the Decepticon who gets changed over. So apparently, I guess they shoot them up with enough estrogen and all this and that. They think that this will facilitate a pregnancy, which they're fucking insane. You are not, you are absolutely not going to get a man pregnant. Nature did not intend for men to be pregnant, and you will not do it, man. You will not create something that nature never intended to be, as far as the male and female. You can't do that. You can create offshoots of this. You can breed. You can only put the things that nature has made already. You can put them together and make some new shit. But you ain't making new species like that. But they believe they can. So it says the experts, uterus transplants could pave the way for women without wombs to give birth. That's what they said. And experts also suggest that in the future, it could be possible for trans women. Now check this out. The team at the University of Alabama, Birmingham, is that the Roll Tide people? Is that Roll Tide? Y'all let me know. I ain't watched college sports in a minute. Is the University of Alabama, is that Roll Tide? So they said they became one of the first in the country to offer the medical procedure to hysterectomy patients and women born without wombs earlier this year. So, and then it says, and they believe it is medically possible to perform the procedure in trans women who were assigned male, because it wasn't just observed. The doctor just didn't look at you and observe what you was. They assigned it to you. They looked at your penis and, oh, he got to be a man, so he got to be a little boy. And the doctor could have been messed. He could have been wrong, is what they saying. So, they believe it's medically possible to perform the procedure in trans women who were assigned male at birth, but have had sex change surgery. Right? They coming for you, women. What are you gonna do? When are y'all gonna start standing up against this bullshit? Against them in sports, knocking women out, body slamming women, shattering women's jaws and shit. Did you see the trans dude, the weightlifter? I think it was in Canada somewhere. But this week, who broke the weightlifting record? Did y'all see that? The dude went in there and broke the weightlifting record by 436 pounds. He didn't lift 436 pounds. The motherfucker broke the record by 436 pounds. That shit is fucking crazy. So, which shows you the testosterone, the power of testosterone in men. Because this person had been taking estrogen and still had enough testosterone to lift 436 more pounds than the strongest woman. And that's obviously a record. But it's a record for a dude. And then the dude got on a live stream and start talking about why is it so hard? Why is the bench press so hard for women? Nigga sounded like Vericosa from fucking In Living Color. Why is it so hard for women to bench press? I mean, I don't know what the problem is. I mean, you should be able. I mean, and the motherfucker sitting here with goddamn arms as big as Arnold Schwarzenegger and shit. And I don't know why it's so hard for the bench press for women. I mean, good God. I mean, what's the problem? And your big ass motherfucking swole ass nigga lumberjack. Fucking Undertaker big ass nigga is sitting up there. I don't know why it's so hard, because I can just get on here and I can just put. Look, get your monkey man ass out of here. Talking about you don't know why it's so hard for women to bench press. It ain't. It's hard for them to bench press with your motherfucking ass is bench pressing, you big burly ass monkey nigga. What the hell? I don't know why. Shit your ass out of here. Motherfucking crazy as hell. I don't know why it's so hard for the women to bench press. Like, nigga sound like Vericocha. What is that from? Yeah, Jim Carrey, Vericocha from Living Color. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, please YouTube Vericocha from Living Color. The motherfucker sound just like that. Goddamn. Crazy. Y'all women gotta start standing up against this shit. This is insane. They are coming for the women. They coming for the women. They can't come for the men because the men is slap the shit out of the motherfucking woman who call themselves a man. A real man. Wait a minute. Are you a real man? A word? Did that hurt? Did that hurt? Like, nigga, because men get slapped. Bitch ass niggas get slapped anyway. Transcendental, appreciate you. Says you can't be pro-trans and pro-woman like liberals claim to be. They figured out a way to do it. They doing it, ain't they? You're absolutely right, but they full of crap. You can't be pro-trans and pro-women like they claim to be. You're absolutely right, but they done figured out a way to do it. Or hoping people ain't really looking. You ain't paying attention, are you? You didn't really hear what I said before, did you? You did? Oh shit! Like damn. Crazy ass nigga. I don't know why the women's bench press is so nigga. Because women got breasts, not fucking big ass muscle chest, fool. Women ain't supposed to be bench pressing fucking 300 pounds. These niggas is crazy, man. So as that's happening, they trying to do the womb transplants. The American Medical Association, the AMA, American Medical Association, they said taxpayers should fund the $300,000 surgeries for uterus transplants for transgender women to get pregnant. We, taxpayers, nigga, you, and I don't think that, but you, no, I'm just kidding. But taxpayers should be paying for the $300,000 uterine surgeries so Decepticons can have kids. These niggas is crazy. What they say? They said it's hard. The financial burden is so hard on the Decepticons. They're so hard. It should be subsidized by the government, meaning us. We supposed to pay to cut off this nigga's dick. Nigga, what? Hell, motherfucking no. They want, see, this is the money grab. This is why this shit is perpetuated, because now you see the whole American Medical Association, all the doctors, $300,000 per surgery. You goddamn right they pushing this. What? $300,000. You goddamn right they pushing this. And all the other, what is it, the puberty blockers and all the child chop shops and all that. Yo, we call BS. Me too. Appreciate you. Thank you. So, $300,000, they want you and everybody and us to come out the pocket for the Decepticons. I say, nigga, I will choke you out in front of your family, nigga, before I give you one dime. Nigga, to change, to do a sex change. I will choke you out and eat a hamburger in front of your kids before I do that. So moving along. You see they hit your boy Trump with another indictment. Man, this is crazy. This is movies right now. This is comedy, movies. This is nothing like this has ever happened in the history of America. You don't ever do shit like this. We are in a third world country where the president is trying to use the government to take out his political opponent. That only happens in third world countries. That shit is illegal like a motherfucker. And he's doing it to throw the actual crime that he's doing. Throw everybody off the actual crime he's doing. His crime scent. Every time some shit comes out about him, Trump get indicted. That's some crazy shit. Then they indicted, and they really tried to get him. I talked about last week how they got him on the conspiracy, which is a hell of a charge for him to get past, because you can just get anybody on conspiracy. But now they got the nigga on RICO. The two hardest charges to beat is RICO and conspiracy. And they got him on both. The RICO, they got Giuliani. They got his whole team. They indicted the nigga's whole team because the lawyer, the prosecutor, this is in Georgia. She even said that what he did wasn't illegal. She said this. It wasn't illegal per se, but because he discussed it in a room with a bunch of people, that it could be considered as like conspiratorial and RICO, because they was trying to say that he was trying to get the elections overturned or some trying to find, because he told one of the lawyers in Georgia, he said, find me more votes or some shit like that. So what he did wasn't illegal, because he didn't say go make up votes. He was just like, look, nigga, there's some more votes out there, go find them for me. But they're trying to turn that into say that he told the lawyer or the attorney general of Georgia go make up votes, but he didn't. And so she admits that what he actually said was not a crime, but because he did it in a room with a bunch of people, that anybody else in there could have taken it as, oh, go find me, go cheat and make up votes. This is absolute bullshit. That what they're doing right now. And nigga, fuck all these people. Fuck Trump, fuck Biden, fuck Newsom, fuck DeSantis, nigga, fuck all these niggas. Ramaswamy is the only nigga that may be alright. And he still got some bullshit too. But Ramaswamy and JRFK Jr. or RFK Jr., they the only ones that kind of walk the line. They crip walk on the line, but they kind of alright. But these niggas is going after this nigga Trump though. Like, he has killed 1 million people. He never started a war. He never did any of that shit. But they coming after that nigga. So Giuliani, like I said, they got Giuliani. Now, Giuliani, they said this is going to break Giuliani, because they're trying to break Trump. That's the reason. They're trying to lock him up. They're trying to lock him up with so much legal bullshit that he doesn't have the team or the money to be able to run a campaign. That's really what they're doing. They're trying to siphon all of his resources. So all the campaign money that he gets right now is going towards the lawyers. Yo, One Immaculate, appreciate you. He says, did Trump really do anything for real? No, he didn't. Nigga, they've taken 1 to 2 counts, like 1 to 2 charges. Really, listen, so 4 charges. They've turned like 4 charges into 100. The first 2 charges they turned into 74 charges. They've turned into 74 charges. So it's all bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. The shit that he's done, this nigga, he's actually done nothing wrong criminally. But by the time you figure that shit out, this nigga will be so broke that he will have lost the election, and then Klaus Schwab owns and runs America by that time. Klaus Schwab and Gavin Newsom, they will own America by that point. So, man, it's just fucked up what they're doing. This is just messed up thing all the way around. But we in a third world country, just so y'all know. But I think this is karma for Rudy Giuliani though. Even though he wasn't involved in the RICO, if y'all know how karma works, karma doesn't necessarily get you for the thing you did at that time. Like, so when karma happens, you be like, oh, I ain't even do nothing right now. But what your ass do 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago that you got away with, or you thought you got away with, because no one ever escapes their karma. It just may take a minute for the universe to send it back on your ass, but it will always, 1,000% of the time, it will always send your karma back. So what did you do? And we know Rudy Giuliani's bitch ass, he was the worst goddamn mayor. How many people went to jail or died or got beat up because of stop and frisk? Because he was just rolling up on cats and throwing them in jail because they looked like they was gangsters. Huh? And he just thought, oh, I'm good. I'm way up in my little ivory tower. I don't get affected by all the laws and shit that I implement. Now they say Giuliani cleaned up New York, whatever. I don't know. I ain't in New York. But he throwing people in jail for no reason, that ain't really cleaning up New York. Yo, everybody hit that damn like button. There's still about 100 and something, 150 people have not hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Please take your shoes off. If you got stanky feet, take your shoes off and stay your ass in the back of the room. Stay your ass by the door. Open the door. I got a screen on my door, so you can stand by the door. Keep your feet close to the door, so the smell goes out. But make sure you take your shoes off. All right, so Rudy Giuliani, this is your karma. This could be Trump's karma too, because Trump ain't free of karma. This nigga, he done some fucked up shit all his whole goddamn life. So this is probably his karma coming back for him too. But for this incident, he didn't do anything. But it could be for all the other bullshit that he didn't get caught for in the past. So moving along. Last couple things. So did y'all hear that the scientists say that they found an old mummy in Europe about in 2016. It was called the Otzi, O-T-Z-I. This mummy was called the Otzi. Eric Kirkwood, thank you, brother. Oh, for sure. So go look this up. O-T-Z-I. It was called the Otzi, and they said he was the oldest person found in Europe. 53,000 years ago. He lived 53,000 years ago. Roger Gross, thank you, brother. He said F and Nancy Pelosi. Yup. F Nancy Pelosi too. Yup. Yup. AKA the Baroness. Yeah, she full of shit too. So 53,000 years ago, they said this dude, this Otzi mummy cat, lived in Europe. Right? And so this is what they said. So this is the article. Scientist says Europe's oldest mummy. So when they let me give you a background. So when they first bought him out, they bought out, like they always think all ancient Caucasians were. They bought out this super pale ass, pasty pale, stringy long hair motherfucker, hairy ass, all hair all over his body, hairy motherfucker. Basically look like one of the Duck Dynasty niggas. That's what they bought out. He was basically one of Duck Dynasty with a wooden hammer. So, them down south cats, the cats who got their asses whooped in the Alabama Slammer. So, but what they said was the oldest mummy was dark because they got him all pale, right? They depicted him as pale. They thought he was pale, so they didn't really think, but that's what they depicted him as. But they said the oldest mummy was dark skinned, not pale. He was dark skinned and bald when he roamed the Alps 5,300 years ago, and not fair skinned and hairy as previously thought. Yeah, nigga, we know melanated people are indigenous to all of this. But no, they gonna try to find a way to put themselves in ancient history at some point in time. They were like, we was right there. We was right there, nigga. We was right there. We was right there in history, nigga. Just don't look at all the other shit around, nigga. You squint your eye, nigga. Do like this. You squint your, you can see us all the way in the back, right there. No, No, nigga, you're not indigenous to anywhere. Stop it. So they came out and finally said he was black. He was melanated. Super melanated. They said dark skin, because they didn't say he was swarthy. That's their word for light skin, kind of. Black nigga, but light skin. I'll be sure. that's they, you know, the I'll be sure, the barge type of cats. But they didn't say that. They said the nigga was dark skin. That means that nigga had a lot of melanin over in Europe. Then they said, studies also found that Otzi descended from early farmers who migrated from Anatolia. So Anatolia is Turkey, where the Moors were. That's all it did. But it wasn't. They weren't Moors 5,300 years ago. They weren't Moors, but they were, you know, they were melanated brothers that was over there. Again, the indigenous people of Europe. We're talking about the. Again, Europe is named after, again, Europa, which is Ethiopia. Which Phoenician, Ethiopia. So, I mean, not Phoenician, but Ethiopian. So again, Europe is named after you. It's named after melanated people. It's either Ethiopian or Phoenician, one of the two. I forget. But so that's us. And then it said Otzi actually had dark skin, dark eyes, and a balding head. Nigga was basically me. Me. They just described me. So dark skin, dark eyes, balding head, and rather popular assumption. He says rather than the popular assumption that he was light skinned, light eyes, and quite hairy. And again, they first found him in 2016. That's crazy. You go look at the picture. So the picture that they put when they call him dark skinned, because they tried to, they did two pictures. One was a drawing, and it was a paint, like a color painting, like a little color drawing, like a cartoon drawing, and it had the Caucasian and the new dark skinned dude side by side. But then when they had the real depiction of the dude, all they had was a caveman with mud on his face. That's their depiction of the dark skinned dude who lived in Europe 5,300 years ago. Was a Caucasian caveman, and they just threw mud on the nigga face. like he was behind a car exhaust when it backfired, and that nigga had that on his face. So they don't want to say it. The truth has to come out slowly but surely. But we are indigenous to all of this. Aboriginal, not indigenous, because indigenous is even lower than aboriginal, but we're aboriginal to all these places around here, and that's coming out no matter what bullshit they try to say. Even if it took them 2006, took them 7 years to come out with the truth, but they still had to say that, oh yeah, no, ancient Europeans was niggas. So we knew that. So moving along, scientists, again, this is in science news, scientists have found a way to de-age the brains of mice by decades. They said in a jaw-dropping report, they said it could work in humans. Yo, who was that? Just hit me up. Dion Spivey, thank you, brother. Thank you for the cash app. Appreciate you. So mice, they said they were able to de-age a mouse's brain. Now, I talked about this a couple months ago. They found a way to de-age the cells. So now they found out, because then the big thing was okay, we can de-age the look, but are you de-aging my organs? Or am I 65 or 70? You know, my organ's 65 or 70, but, you know, or 80, but my face looks 30. And so that was the thing that they were, the problem they were coming up with. And they said, well, we're going to do more tests. But now the scientists said they found a protein that de-ages your brain. So it goes like this. PF4, the protein is called PF4, can restore brain function by stopping inflammation in the brain and body. There we go with inflammation again. So basically, they're saying the deterioration of your brain is caused by inflammation. Transcendental, appreciate you. He says conservatives were saying a decade ago that LGBT was about sexualizing children. Yep, and a precursor to legislation. Yep, and now it's here. The UN is pushing it openly, absolutely, and they were right. So the conservatives was right. So inflammation. This is getting into. I wanted to talk about this because you know, I'm into nutrition. I'm a nutritionist in the fitness. So inflammation is one of the major killers of the body. The major killer, really. So they're saying that inflammation causes deterioration of the brain. We also know inflammation causes deterioration of anything else, your organs, your joints. That's why when you get those little joints and shit in you, that's your body being acidic. That's too much acid in them joints. Right? So that's inflammation. So then it says the protein is naturally found in the blood, right? So the protein, you already have PF4. You already have this natural protein in your blood. Then it says, let me read the article a little bit. It says scientists at the University of California, basically UCSF at San Francisco, and the University of Queensland in Australia found that when given PF4, a protein naturally found in blood, older mice recovered the sharpness of middle age and young mice got smarter. They made old mice. Oh, wait, who was that? Mrs. B. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. B. Appreciate you. And Gerald Jokes. Thank you, brother. He says he is 5 on the Future Show. Wait, here's 5 on the Future Show. Says, who was your COO, creator of... Wait a minute. I can't, man. Y'all be writing these cryptic ass shit. Hold on. It's like, here's 5 on the Future Show. Who was your COO? Creator of... Damn. I don't know what that says. UKN who? Oh, you know who? Creator of you know who? I don't know. CO, creator of you know who? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Damn. So back to the, man, I wish I knew what you were talking about. But found that the PF, so boom, boom, boom. So it made older mice, it took them back to middle age, and then it made young mice smarter. The reason I'm talking about this, there's a major reason we're about to talk about this. So researchers examined the effects of PF4 on 2-year-old mice, which is the equivalent of a 70-year-old human. So a 2-year-old mice is the equivalent of a 70-year-old human. And they said their cognitive function was restored to that of a 30 or 40-year-old, from 70 to 30. This PF4 protein that they found, right? So then it says the PF4 protein reduces inflammation in the body, and basically it increases, like I just said, it's found in your blood, but it increases when you exercise. So you already have it. The PF4 protein is in your bloodstream, and when you exercise, you produce more of it. Goes all the way back to fitness, health, boom. Working your ass out keeps you young. And this is just another scientific way. We've already known that through different scientific ways. studies that they've shown that. But now there's another one, PF4 protein that de-ages your brain, keeps you cognitively functional. It's how people get Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and shit when they get old, because they stop moving. Also, Parkinson's is caused by the loss of melanin in the substantia nigra. So they call it the substantial nigra, the black substance. It's a loss of the black substance in the brain. Right? So that's why you get Parkinson's. Also, a lot of these brain neurological diseases you get from a lack of melanin. But working out produces this PF4 protein. Get off your asses. I done told you. So basically, working out keeps you young, y'all. And something we done found out a long time ago. And eating healthy takes down the inflammation. So both of those, put them together. Nutrition and fitness. And your ass will stay healthy and young. Get off your ass. And then also put down the goddamn donuts. Put down the Krispy Kremes. Put down the ham hocks. Put down the Popeyes and Chick-fil-A and all the rest of that. You can eat it every now and then, but if you eat that every day, you got to put it down. So, and then, like I said, get in there and work your ass out, because this is already in your system and you produce more of it the more you work out. So I wanted to bring that to you because what's being found in the lab is already within you. They're always trying to find a new way to cheat life and cheat shit. But you can't do that. If you wanna get the true results of something, you gotta put that energy out there. You gotta work your ass off. That's how this shit works. You know, unless you crazy talented at something and the shit just comes to you easy as hell. But how many people are like that? So most people gotta actually work their asses off. And so, you know, some people are just super fit. They ain't gotta work out at all. They just look fit. They can eat anything they want. They burn 1 million calories as they just, you know, if they cough, they burn 1,000 calories. Excuse me. Oh, damn, look how cutting my arms are. When they cough, their arms get cutter and shit. Everybody ain't like that. Most people not like that. So if you're not like that, you have to get up and start working out. Get off your ass, move, get the blood flowing, get this PF4 protein produced in your blood that they found out about that de-ages your brain. So now you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. That's the G.I. Joe saying, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. All right, y'all. Last thing I want to talk about. I saw a video. I was on, was it on Telegram or one of them? I forgot where I was. I saw this video of this dude. He goes around to different hoods, right? He goes to hoods. When I mean hoods, this nigga go to the hood where it's nothing but gangsters like Crips and Bloods or just regular little thugs all out on the street. He walks the street and he talks to them, you know, just to see where their mentality at, see where their head at, you know, see what the youth are. Basically, one of these, you know, you've seen them, the on the street videos. So he walks up, and I saw this video, and I had to talk about this. This had to be something I had to talk about. So he walked up on the dude. First of all, why do all the little young cats, why y'all look like y'all so damn frail? Y'all so skinny and tiny and frail. Y'all niggas look like if a nigga flicked you in the arm, your arm would come out of socket. But, then you gotta be like fucking Mel Gibson and Lethal Weapon. You gotta bang it on something to put your arm back in the socket. Y'all niggas is crazy. Gerald Jokes, thank you, brother. He says the mad scientist whom created the pill. Oh, you talking about Yakubi? And yeah, I hear you. The Yakubs. Appreciate you. One immaculate. He says, what age did you decide to lose weight? I was 300 pounds. I lost weight the first time when 20. when I was 20, my 20s, early 20s. That's when the first time I lost weight. Then I went back up. I was 300 pounds. Then I lost it. Then went back up to like 270. And then lost that. And now I fluctuate between 180 and like 210, 215. I go up and down because when you work out and you know how to lose weight all the time, you can just do that. So, but I don't suggest most people do it. Keep a consistency unless you actually know what you're doing. So, I'm watching these little cats, and these little cats are so goddamn skinny. I mean, frail little dudes, and he talking to the little young cat, and this was in Chicago. So he walks up to the dude, the little cat, and first of all, I don't know what's up with the youth. They got all these long ass braids that look like feminine hair, little women's hair and shit. So they all look feminine. So they was out there, and these little niggas look like women. Little girls, nigga. They was so skinny. One nigga had a wrap on and shit, like he was Erykah Badu. Like, nigga, you a fucking Badu gangster out here, nigga? What the? This nigga's name was Walk 'em Down. That was his little name, Walk 'em Down. Like, I guess he. So the reason I'm talking about this because they all the skinny as shit, long ass hair, skinny jeans, skinny jeans on. And then the niggas was wearing purses. They call them the man bag. These niggas was wearing purses, crossed they shit with the purse right here. And then he had the little gun in the purse. I'm like, what in the... What time warp did I just jump into? Because, nigga, I'm from the street. Nothing that I know looked like that when I was on the street. Yo, Monique, Journey, Tyler, appreciate you. Thank you. They was wearing skinny jeans, long ass hair, tight, good, and purses. And all these niggas was little and tiny. This the new gangster? Female gangster niggas? These feminine ass gangsters? Fangsters? That's what I call them, the fangsters. They feminine ass gangsters. And they are feminine. They are such at a polar opposite from what we were. We were 90s alpha. That was alpha male masculinity. They call it toxic masculinity. No, it wasn't. It was the right amount of masculinity to slap you across your motherfucking face if you talk crazy. That's what that was. Yo, Ether 6, appreciate you. Thank you. Thank everybody for the cash apps. Appreciate y'all. But we had the right amount of testosterone and aggression and masculinity to not let you take advantage. To say, what? Hey, say something again. What you say? Like, what you say, nigga, was always, hey, what you say, nigga? Like, boy, you would get, what? So, these little niggas are women. Because there are women gangsters, but these are dudes who look like women. They don't look like women, they look like girls. Little girls with purses and guns in their purse. And so all of them had purses and they all pulled out guns out their purse. I'm like, oh shit. Where in the hell did we go? And it makes sense because there are way more killings than, we shot a lot of niggas. Well, not me personally, but back in the day, there was a lot of niggas who got shot. A lot of niggas who got shot back in the day. There's a lot of killing. You seen Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood and all the rest of those. It was a lot of niggas who got taken out in the hood. But goddamn, it's really crazy now. But it makes sense because you lash out from emotion. These little feminine niggas are way emotional. They way too damn emotional now. And again, that's feminine energy. So I was looking at this shit, I was like, okay. They are effectively, and so there was another, then I'm looking at another, as the same guy, he goes to a store and there's a security guard in the store. He's a big ass security guard I mean, he was not swole big, but he was tubby. But he was big. Excuse me. He had a little, you know, he was fat and he had a little man breast, whatever. But nigga had the nerve to have his super tight. He had man chest breast, but he had a super tight ass security guard shirt on, and his belly was coming out here. And nigga had on some fucking super skinny jeans. Like nigga, this motherfucker shouldn't have been able to think straight. Nigga skinny jeans are so tight. And then the nigga have pink nails. The nigga had pink fingernails. And he's a security guard. He the security guard of the store. Pink fingernails. Nigga, he look like... I'm like, so the dude, doing the video, he said, nigga, look at your zesty ass with your pink fingernails. Who the hell you gonna scare? And he was clowning. He called that nigga zesty. He said, nigga, look at you with your zesty ass over there. Who the hell you gonna be stopping, nigga, with your pink fingernails and shit? That shit was hilarious. Hilarious. But again, this is what you pick to stop somebody from robbing your store? This motherfucker look like this nigga got a thyroid problem with pink fingernails. Who the fuck he supposed to be stopping? So again, I looked at that and I'm like, God damn, where in the hell have we gone? I blame Lil Wayne bitch ass. I blame Lil Wayne's bitch ass. For sure. He started with him. 2010, before 2010, nobody was wearing skinny jeans. Then Lil Wayne came out in 2010 with them bitch ass skinny jeans, talking about he a skater. And he was wearing skating clothes. And all the people who want to watch rap now, they want to copy him with the skating thing, not knowing that little nigga gay. Kissing baby and shit in the mouth, that nigga's gay. Women wore skinny jeans before 2010. Women and white boys. White boy skaters. But mostly women wore skinny jeans because they're made for them. Because they have the build. Because they go from the skinny part all the way, and then it comes up to the nice little fat round booty in the back. That's what women's supposed to wear skinny jeans. But goddamn, Lil Wayne fucked off the youth. Because then he had the hair and all these little niggas are trying to be Lil Wayne clones. Think about it. All these little niggas today are Lil Wayne clones. Little feminine ass gangsters. Emotional little motherfuckers. So, I'm from the era that we didn't have that. And I saw that and I was like, oh, this is why these little niggas is killing, so much killing going on right now. These little niggas are little feminine girls with purses and guns in their purses. Like, nigga, they got a... Good damn. That was crazy. And then, so while that's going on, while they walking around with and don't know how to, and again, walking around zesty as hell, as my man called them, zesty. These little niggas is zesty as hell, but don't know how to deal. I mean, they want to, the little nigga, he's called walk him down. So I guess he walks up on you. He'll walk up on you and take you out or whatever. I guess that's how he got his name. But if you see the popo, you ain't walking in. Your ass is... you doing that. So you ain't no damn gangster, nigga. If you ain't the same gangster when the popo come around. If you a gangster with no popo, and then when the popo come around, you some little bitch, you tighten up and you do all that, you not a gangster. Because the little police, because the police, Roger Groves, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man, for the cash out. There's a 10-year-old. Did you see the 10-year-old? Because we talked about the two 12-year-olds last week who got hemmed up by the police in Michigan. This week, another little young dude, a 10-year-old kid, got arrested and taken to jail. Arrested and taken to jail. Guess what? Guess what the little nigga did? Guess what the little nigga did? All he did was pee outside behind a car. He had to take a pee. So he pissed outside behind the car, and the police arrested him. There's a picture of the little nigga in the back of the police car going to jail for peeing. Something that you know them damn police officers done. They done peed outside before. But they took this little nigga to jail. Why did they take him to jail? They obviously know he didn't do nothing wrong. Police have something called police discretion. They could have let the little nigga go. They knew he didn't do nothing wrong. Why did they take him to jail? Fear is programming. Future programming for that little nigga. Just like the other two 12-year-olds from last week. Traumatized. Because now when you get about 16 or whatever and you really did with the popo, you going to remember that. You're going to have that in the back of your head. A little 10-year-old going to jail in a big-ass police car with big scary-ass popo with big-ass guns. And you think he's not going to remember that and be terrified? Now, it could go the other way. If I get to him, I'll make him go the other way. I'll teach them little nigga the law and make this, and that'll be the worst thing you ever did. Make that the catalyst to destroy y'all. That's really what should happen when they try to instill put the fear of the devil in the children. That's what it is. Ain't the fear of God, it's the fear of the devil. Because God don't fear you like that. Because you are God. So it ain't the fear of God. It's the fear of the devil. So when they try to do that type of shit, need to use that as an energy and catalyst to start to grow stronger and smash on them. That's why you see me out here with all this teaching this. Little 10-year-olds in the back of police cars for peeing outside. Something that you're supposed to do. You supposed to pee in nature, damn it. What the hell is going on? This has been going on for a minute, though. When I was in the hood, they did this all the time. They would intimidate us as children all the time. We just didn't have it on video. We didn't have no phones. We didn't have no cell phones. We had none of that stuff to catch it. Now that we can catch it, we're in a new time. Do y'all understand? Y'all don't have to live the same way we lived before. When we were talking about Popo did all this and all this and that, they be like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Popo don't do that bullshit. Because we didn't have the evidence. Now that we got the evidence, like, nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, this motherfucker. Like, nigga, look at this shit right here on the thing. You can show them. But you can do more than that. You can beat them. You can change the goddamn scenario. You can change the whole thing for your generations if you learn the law. And we created that for you. So get your ass up and learn the goddamn law. Again, public Know Your Rights Manual teaches you everything you need to know about the law. I'm telling you, man, this is, again, for the children. I love y'all, but I love the children more. Sorry. Love the children more because they're the ones who gonna take this information and go smash. So I made this stuff really for you, but also for the children. So make sure you get out there and do what a lot of people are doing. They're getting these and making their children do book reports on this every week. Again, I talked about the rule of 18 hours. 100 hours. Somebody said 10,000 hours. No, you don't need to learn. The reason it's not 10,000 hours is because it's consistency. You don't need to do something for 10,000 hours to master it. You just need to be consistent at it every single day because you're creating a pattern. Remember, I talked about the brain fibers. Every information is a frequency. You're not trying to hold all the information. You're trying to tune into the channel that delivers the information. And you do that by studying consistently, tuning your body, which is a natural tuner, especially since we got melanin, tuning your body to the vibration of that information so that you can now channel it and receive it at a lossless rate, at a superconductive rate, as we were talking about last week. So the rule of 100 hours works. That's 18 minutes a day. If you just do 18 minutes a day because it's consistent, it may not seem like a long time. But because you're doing it consistently every goddamn day. If you did 10 push-ups a day, it may not seem like you're doing a lot. But at the end of the damn week, look how many push-ups you done that week. So it's the accumulation of the small amount of time. That's what it's about. So again, get in there, get your children, put them in the goddamn room. You can do it for 18, 20 minutes a day. Boom. Get them with the rule of 100 hours. And teach them that they don't have to fear the police, because when they violate their rights, you go after their police insurance, public official bonds. Every police officer has to have this, either insurance or a bond, so that they don't cause any liability to the city. So boom, go after this. Then teach them about this. Who was that? Transcendential, appreciate you. He says, before camera phones, there was only NWA, yep, and Richard Pryor speaking on the cops. That's it, you NWA. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Also, KRS-One. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the beast. So we had, our songs have been plagued by the popo. At this point in time, you do not have to have that anymore. It's out here for you. The information is out here for you to beat them. The only reason it is happening to you now is because you won't get off your ass and do this. Sorry, I'm honest. I'm an honest nigga. Y'all, anybody who's been in here watching me for this long and you haven't done this, you full of shit. I'm sorry, you with the bullshit. Because you know damn well that the popo rolled up on you today and you didn't know how to say nothing, you would be thinking, damn, I wish I would have fucking learned the law. As soon as that popo roll up on you, you would be thinking that immediately. I should have learned that damn law Kevin was talking about. What was he saying? What was he saying? RAS, a reasonable articulable suspicion? Okay, I'm there. Shit, no, let me get my... You be doing all of that, knowing damn well you should have did this though. when you had the chance. So, boom, constitutional rights card. You hand them this and say, I don't answer questions. And this lets them know what your rights are, what will happen when they violate those rights. Qualified immunity card lets them know they lose qualified immunity, their shield that the government gave them when they violate your rights and they don't know they did it. So when you tell them you're in danger of violating my constitutional rights and you get it on camera, boom, they lose it. And then here is the big notice that tells them all the laws that backs that up. So they can't be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you a lawyer? Are you a lawyer? Huh? Are you a lawyer? Is that you learned the law? They'll tell you that all the time when you try to argue the law with them. Are you a lawyer now? Huh? Are you a lawyer? Well, no, nigga, but look, these people were. This is Supreme Court. These people on this on this document were lawyers. Even went a little bit higher into the Supreme Court. And they said you can't do that. So you have all these in your car. And you say, I don't answer questions. Get that into your mind. When police ask you questions, you say, I don't answer questions. You got any guns in the car? I don't answer questions. You got any drugs in the car? I don't answer questions. You know how fast you were going? I don't answer questions. Where you coming from? I don't answer questions. Where you going? I don't answer questions, officer. See how easy that is? You see how that go? You still live at this address? I don't answer questions. That works for every goddamn question they ask you, except what's your name? And then when they ask you for your ID, you just put it on the window like this. You don't have to hand it to them. You can show them. You don't have to give them anything. Again, get out here and start learning this goddamn law, y'all. And then you get the whole package if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, realnoggers.com. Make sure you get over there and order the real Great Book of Melanin Research. And then for today, I'm going to extend the deal because people hit me up yesterday when it was over. But so since I have to mail those people, I'm going to give them the deal and I will give you the deal since I'm giving it to them. And that's today, tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. You got to get this in by Tuesday because I'm going to the post office on Wednesday. So you order, you will get all 4 decks of the flashcards because I got to get them off my damn floor in the kitchen. So lucky you, y'all the recipient of that. So that's what I got for y'all. And again, you can go to Know Your Rights Foundation if you want to order any of that individually. And also the vaccine exemption cards that we have on there. The liability notices to give your bosses if they try to force you to get the vaccine. It's not happening right now, but we never know when they'll try to implement that whole scenario again. So you just want to be prepared when they do it. And then also make sure you hook up the homie Timmy Tight Top at WeJuice. WeJuice.com. Make sure you hit him with the 5 off juice. Again, that's WeJuice.com, and that's 5 off juice. Let me see if he actually. So make sure also if the website is down, just hit him, just text him 323-864-4425 and leave in the text the number 5 off juice, and he will hook you up. I appreciate y'all, everybody. I'm out of here. Thank everybody for hitting the super chat. Thank everybody for sending the cash apps. I appreciate y'all. All my mods in here, because I said so. Who was that? Faith Ford, Miss Jeannie, everybody up in here. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. I'm about to go watch Avatar: The Last Airbender because I haven't seen it in a while, and I love that show as one of the greatest shows of all time, and I want to watch it. So, peace out.